All right, let's go. Let's get this started. All right, let's do Godfrey. Chimping out.
This blind, like Africans ain't got no, the Africans ain't, that's a bunch of bull because people are uneducated about it because you're suffering over there and we're suffering over here and the same white man does not like you.
Oh my God.
This colonization of Africa is horrible.
Oh my God, the white man thing. The white man. Hey, yo, the white man talk is so outdated, man. Y'all gotta stop.
You can't even go to another neighboring country in Africa because they colonized it and it made it hard for you. You have to have a passport. In Europe, you can go anywhere you want on a train. You can't do that in Africa, and they did it on purpose.
You can do that.
So colonization has fucked up Africans. Colonization has fucked up Caribbeans. Colonization.
Yeah, colonization is 100 and something years old. These guys can do all of that. These guys been, well, they don't wave your goddamn flag around saying you're independent. They can allow others. They don't want it. No damn colonization exists in an independent country.
Has fucked up Afro-Latinos. It's all white supremacy.
Stop it.
Just in on a different beat. That's all. But we're all suffering, and,
No, we're not.
and we need to. And like I said, they're banking on us not coming together.
Yeah.
Because Dr.
So why don't y'all come together? What's stopping those African countries coming together? What's stopping those islands? Like, come on, man, stop.
Henry Clark says black folks don't have any friends. You don't have friends in this world. You don't.
You ain't black. You got friends, my guy.
It's all facts. Look at the way people treat us. Look.
Yeah.
Look. You can just see.
I saw a black woman go to Russia, and she was walking the streets in Russia. This is a viral video. She was walking the streets of Russia, and
then he beat her ass.
She was like, yeah, look, I'm out here, nobody's bothering me. It's free. I'm happy. Blah, blah, blah.
And they whooped her ass.
Her neighbors jumped her.
Beat her up.
Busted her face.
Probably saw the video. Maybe. I don't know. And she was like, it's better. It's just, I mean, listen. It was fucked
She
up.
was putting down the U.S. saying
putting down
so
U.S. and you fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
And now what do we do? First of all, I don't think that anybody should be beaten like that. That's horrible. But keep your mouth shut. Keep our names out of your mouth, man.
But how did she go to Russia and think Russia was where she was going to find refuge?
Because
he keeps saying hour, so now he included this tether as hour.
this is self-hatred, man.
Russia out of her neighbors jumped her.
Beat her up.
Busted her face.
Probably saw the video. Maybe. I don't know. And she was like, it's better. It's just, I mean, listen. It was fucked up.
She was putting down the U.S. saying
putting down
so
U.S. and you fucked around and found out.
Yeah.
And now what do we do? First of all, I don't think that anybody should be beaten like that. That's horrible. But keep your mouth shut. Keep our names out of your mouth, man.
But how did she go to Russia and think Russia was where she was?
Yo, this dude Godfrey, I can't stand this dude, man. This dude like worse than Myron.
Going to find refuge.
Because this is self-hatred, man.
Russia out of all people. If you know anything about Russia,
I was there. I was there in 2018. First of all, what Paul Mooney said it best. He goes, "You hear about that guy OJ? OJ went to Europe and tried to hide. Go to Africa, get some backup." You guys should watch Paul Mooney analyzing white America.
No, we're good. We're good.
His best hour. He's like, OJ Simpson, OJ. You're gonna go to Europe. Go to Africa, get some backup. But this is a silly ass one.
Go to Africa. Get the hell out of here. Where Africa going? Everywhere else, man. Stop.
Woman who was like, maybe a couple Russian men thought she was beautiful because they were fetishizing her. And then she goes, yeah, America, you're no good. See, for all those people that do that, you got what you deserved. You got what you deserved. And I feel bad for her getting beat up, but stop making those stupid videos, shitting on other countries. What the fuck's wrong with you? And there's a black girl online too that.
Now, by the way, This dog is calling everybody black. Anybody dark skinned from Africa, the Caribbean, Haiti. This dog, Godfrey, calls them all black. And then before you know it, he starts saying the we, us, our. And then when now check out the black finesse. Check out the black finesse. Then on Jesse Lee Peterson 7, 8 years ago, when Jesse Lee Peterson asked him, "Did you build the country?" He said, "Yes." Jesse Lee Peterson said, "No, no, no, no." I think he said, "Did you build a country?" The Godfrey slick ass was like, "Yes, black people." And then built this country. Okay, family. Jesse Lee Peterson asked Godfrey, "Did he build this country?" Godfrey said, "Yes, black people." So Godfrey said he, as a Nigerian, built this country because black people built this country and he's black. Like that was his logic. So whatever credit black people do, he gets it because he's black. So Jesse Pink's like, "You built the country?" He's like, "Yeah, black people, we built the country." Then he went to we. And this how it all starts. So ain't no technicality versus culturally, none of that stuff. They ain't black. You can only be black the right way. Like you get into this country the right way. And the right way to be black is to be part of the ethnogenesis that happened right here in America. You're not part of that, there's no way to be black. Like it's impossible. Just like if you sneak into the country, it's impossible to be here legally after that.
Goes, listen, black ladies, black men are no good. This bitch is saying this shit. And I'm on her shit going, yo, keep our names out your mouth. She's like, black.
Yeah, you heard him? Black men are no good. I told her to keep our names out your mouth. I mean, this dude does it blatantly and like he's like playing with it. Like he's purposely like extending black to the average tether. Like, yeah, yeah, I'm black. Yeah, us black people, us black people. So now, it's like a dog whistle. Everybody wink, wink, black, you're black. Immigrants, you're black. Like black has become the sanctuary name. We got sanctuary cities, we got sanctuary states, now we got sanctuary names. If you say you're black, you're safe. You're safe under the name black. You ain't black, but just say you're black. And then you'll have a bunch of weird people calling you black too. The sanctuary name for tethers, black.
Men are no good. She has this. You got what you deserved, and I feel bad for her getting beat up, but stop making those videos, shitting on other countries. What the fuck's wrong with you? And there's a black girl online too that goes, listen.
Yeah, everybody black. Hello. Oh, what up? You know.
So black FBA, right?
Yeah.
Look at this, but I know it's Foundation of Black Americans, but I've been around 40 years and all of a sudden I'm just hearing that.
Right. And guess what? Dr. King was around a long time too, and black became new to him too as well. Did you know that?
No, man, of course if they call us black, of course we know our hey, why would you talk to another black person like that?
Wait, hold on. Slow down. Yeah, why do y'all do that? Why y'all hop on and say a bunch of stuff? When you say wait, hold on. Wait, slow down. Wait, I'm trying to talk. Hey, my guy, I'm trying to talk back. My guy, I'm trying to talk back to you. First of all, you're not black. Right, you're right. You're not black. Right. All right. So now, hey, bro. Hey, bro. When you said, yeah, got it. I know you tripping out. Hey, bro. Why are you tripping? My God. Yeah, but why are you tripping out?
I fall back a little bit.
I heard you, but why are you tripping out?
Us, man. Not them.
Who is us and who is them?
Your family here in the 60s? Was your family here in the 60s?
Yeah.
If your family here was in the 60s, man, what the hell?
Hey, bro, this guy trying to destiny swap with me on a live. That was weird. Yeah, this Haitian tried to destiny swap with me on a live. He started talking to me like I'm him and he me. Hey, bro, you're the foreigner, my guy. You're the one who just got here. The hell wrong with you, man? You're the foreigner. Like, how did we destiny swap on the live? If I call in, I become a citizen. He become a TPS expired Haitian. That's not how that works, man. I didn't agree to that. I don't approve. You dig? I don't approve to that swap live exchange. My man was, I'm trying to listen and dialogue. He chipping out. Hey, you know you're tethered, because tethers always ask a question, and the minute you go to answer, another one comes, another question comes. Then you be like, oh, hey, all right, well, I'll answer both. Then another question comes. Damn, man, y'all tethers got to learn how to ask a question or say something and stop. In English, there's something called punctuation marks, my guy. There's something called complete thoughts, and there's something called independent clauses. Clause guy. How you destiny swap me on the live? You start off, hey man, sac passe. I'm like, yeah, man, what's going on? FBA here. You over here. Bye bye my boule. I'm like, okay. And as you know, I'm the Haitian and you're the American. Like, yeah, hey man. I don't agree with that. Okay. But anyway, Godfrey is sitting here. We, our, us, and a black woman, and everybody black. And when Godfrey does it, it's deliberately. Like he's when he say black woman, he's purposely calling the Haitian, like the guy who just called in, calling his relatives black. He's purposely calling a Nigerian black or some type of West Indian. Like he's purposely saying an example, hey, a black woman, and pointing at that person. Like, oh, who? Like we're thinking like, so when he says black family and he tells a story, in our minds, we automatically think a foundation black American. And by the way, yeah, the caller was like, they, same thing what Godfrey does. Oh, they called us black. Oh, 40 years ago, I black dude, but he was introduced to it and he accepted it. Okay, and what is so different from FBA to BA? Okay, the B stands for black, the A stands for American, right? 40 years ago, you heard of that word, right? Black American. We put an F in front of Black American, an N, Native Black American. Why is that so hard to act like the gaslights? Anyway, Godfrey is a slick tether, man. Like, and he's one of the, and he's not serious. He's really being comedic. When he said, "Oh, that black woman," like he's really trolling, but in like a serious way where it seems like he's not trolling, like he's being sincere.
Black ladies, black men are no good. This bitch is saying this shit. And I'm on her shit going, yo, keep our names out your mouth. She's like,
I can't stand look at and the more I look at Godfrey, it looks and looks and looks like he's been tampered with. It looks and looks and look that his bussy, and I don't say this word a lot, but the way I'm looking at Godfrey, looking at his way he's moving and stuff, it looks like his bussy been compromised. And that usually go along with the rhetoric, the anti-FBA rhetoric. When you hear these folks start chimping out, going against the lineage, look at them. Like just look at them. They be looking like extra thin, and like their way they move is more feminine. I'm like, yeah, this ain't the Nigerian Tether Godfrey I knew about 8 years ago that tried to look more masculine, more manly.
men are no good. She has this white man. She's a pretty black woman with this white man.
She's not a black woman, man. She's a Haitian African tether with a ugly white man.
And she's like, get you a white man. She's like literally preaching that shit.
It's going to end bad for her.
And then when somebody your ass up, don't come over here.
No,
and black men that do the same thing.
No, somebody more than likely going to be him.
Right on. And he looks crazy. And she's like all over him. I go, it's self-hatred, man. Because a couple people hurt you. You know what?
It's not self-hatred. Take your own language. the booty scratcher hatred, something like that. But it ain't self-hatred because that's our language. Okay, that's our culture. Those are our words. Okay, so it's not self-hatred. Something else. I mean, that's just how they born or how they raised.
You know how many times our black women said crazy shit to me when I was growing up? You're cute to be dark skinned and
Okay,
they would.
okay. So now he's just lying now. Yeah, and this is like motor mouth. Yeah, if I had to interview this guy, ain't no way I'm letting him just rant like this. This dude, Godfrey, when you gonna be quiet? Let Willie D ask you another question, my guy. It looks like he's supposed to be addressing some of the negative things he's been saying and had those guests on his podcast that be saying negative things. And it looks like he's gonna go this route, the Umar route, where he's not gonna let you ask him a question. You ask one question and he gonna give you a mouthful. That's worth the whole length of the the interview. Dude, relax and let Willie B ask you about some things you've been saying.
Crazy ass shit to me. But I never like didn't like them. I always liked black. I didn't. I just took it
Oh,
as okay.
no,
She's
no, no.
ignorant. Da da da. Da.
I just okay. Somebody knew this guy way before he came on our radar. They said that this was the Snow Bunny King. Now, so he's been hypocritical from his own standards. He's getting on other foreigners who worship Zaddy, but I heard his background. He was a Snow Bunny King.
You know, they would say crazy shit to me in Chicago.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
so
it's
you
Godfrey
you don't
married. Hey, what he got going on? Because he never really talks about that. He never shows his. I never seen it. Maybe I don't follow Godfrey, but I'm just saying like he's always on somewhere. Is he married with kids? Because he might be compromised. He might have licensed out his pussy. That's what I'm thinking.
have insecurities.
No, there's
You don't,
insecure.
you don't
I thank God my parents, man. That it's that you got strong black African relatives that look like
No
you.
such thing as a strong black African relative. Okay, if you're African, you ain't black. If you're black, you ain't African. Okay, like I said, ain't no such thing as cultural and technicality, all that goofy stuff. Black black is different. It's different. Just like there's no Haitian Nigerian culture or strength. You just mentioned two different people. When you say black and African, you mention two different groups of people.
That are educated, that get, I just was, I had insecurities, but not too much. But it was a lot of complexion stuff here and there. But it just kind of faded as you got older. Women liked you. They
yeah.
like dark or light or whatever. Sometimes you'll hear the light skinned dudes be like, "You black." They would say it to you, but it's like you said, everything.
Oh my God. Yeah, this dude won't stop talking. God damn, my guy. Willie D ask you a question, man. He trying to ask you about your podcast and your guest statements. All the guests you be having. You're saying some slick stuff about the lineage. But you won't stop. Hello. Hello. Yeah, why they always say that? Why do people say FBAs don't own the word black? Okay, that's like saying Haitians don't own the word Haitian. That's like saying Nigerians don't own the word Nigerian. What do you mean? Like it's our name. We do own it. How you don't own your name? No, we do own the word black. Just like you're probably from Africa, you own the words of your country. And Haitians own the word Haitian, Jamaicans own the word Jamaica. Like, how did everybody get to be you? If you're Haitian and you see people from all over the world saying they're Haitian too, that don't make you be like, oh, what's going on here? That don't make you like say, hey, how are you Haitian? Like, okay, make this make sense. Well, I'm saying the same thing. Like, how are you black? And when I ask that question for people that's not foundational, they don't really have a good answer. Really. So if folks are black, that should be an easy answer. Like if you ask me how I'm black, I can answer in like 10 seconds. I could tell you how, I could explain why, and things like that. Hello.
The reason why I say FBA doesn't own the word black, say a Haitian is about to get pulled over by a cop. How is the cop going to describe that Haitian? He ain't gonna say Haitian. He gonna say a black man, right?
Well,
He ain't gonna say a Haitian.
it
That's why I
depends.
say
Wait,
you
hold
don't
on.
own that.
But you asked me a question. You asked me a question. You asked me a question. It depends.
No, I didn't ask. I was making a statement.
Okay.
I said,
Right. Then I want to respond to that because you put a period there. Okay. If that police officer is an ICE agent, is he gonna know that's a Haitian or not?
I said, I didn't say police. I didn't say ICE.
Okay.
That's the difference between
Right,
ICE
right.
agent and a police
Right, right.
officer.
I know.
You understand that,
Yeah,
right?
but you.
Police officers stay.
I got you. I got you. Hey, no. Okay, bro, you're battling. You made it. You just said you made a point. My God, right. And I'm making one too. And I'm making one too. And I'm
The ICE though. Speak to my
right.
point.
No. I don't want your point. I'll get back to it in a second.
I'm just saying, you're trying to extend my point. I said,
No.
police officer,
I'm
now
making
you're
my.
trying to
I'm
go
making
to
my.
ICE
Right.
agent.
I'm making my own point. I'm not extending yours. You put a period. Now I'm making my own point. I'm saying if a ICE officer pulled that Haitian over, would he think he's Black American or would he thinks he's Haitian?
You gonna say black? He ain't gonna say black American. He gonna say
Okay,
black. See,
so
why you put American in it? Why are you adding
so
things to
so
my state?
so if he
Stop doing that.
so if he
I don't even
deports
care
him, so if he deports him because Haitians get because Haitians get because Haitians gets deported. Black people don't. That's my thing. If an ICE agent pull him over,
police officer.
yeah, but I said ICE agent.
Talking about. You see how FBA better works than tether.
No, hey, my
I'm
guy,
tethered
you
either, so
hold on. You are tethered. Wait, but you
I'm from Akron, Ohio.
no, you from Africa, Ohio, my guy. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. All y'all black as hell.
You moron babbler. Yeah, he ran.
Yeah.
Moron babbler.
I don't know what that was. Yeah, my man said a police officer, bro. Do you know there's African police officers in Newark? So it's like when you say police officer pull us over, well, that police officer is African, or the hell going on here? He's Jamaican.
He literally got moron in his name.
Yeah, he hopped off too. Like, dude, like, nah, I didn't even look down at his name, man.
That motherfucker had moron. That motherfucker name was moron.
My man said he's from African Ohio. Like, all right, bro. I'm from Black American, New Jersey, Black American. Okay.
I can't believe he came up here and tried you like that. That's crazy.
Hey, bro, look, why is he even up? Yeah, why is he even like to be up that early to tether is crazy. and look,
Baby, you forget what the fuck I can't.
and look, you will always know a tether because they won't stop. They'll say something, keep going and going and going. It's like, yo, you're speaking English, but you don't understand the English grammatical rules. You gotta stop, pause, comma, semicolon, colon, punctuation mark, exclamation mark. You gotta give a punctuation mark. You can't just keep talking and talking and talking.
Faith. It's bad faith. That's why they gave. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's bad faith. The whole time.
Also, it is that they can't respond to anything I was going to potentially say. But don't forget, he called in because it was over the black thing. Like he got mad that they're not black and we're pointing that out. Like we're not letting them flatten black out more. You know, like, no, we're gonna roll up black back into a ball. We ain't gonna flatten this ball out where he stands like a pancake and all y'all tend to get to be called black. No. And I was gonna ask him, but and look, he could come back on, but I was gonna ask him, bro. Well, if you stop over talking, you have a dialogue. It's like, bro, nah. And they never do. They never do. And that's why you know they're tethered. Like how you're talking, you're stopping. That's how Americans talk, especially foundational. We talk, stop, listen. Right. Which they normally don't have none. Yeah. So
When my mother talking, when my dad talking to me, I'll sit there and shut the fuck up. Believe, and don't say nothing until it's my turn to talk.
right. And that's exactly what I do with my own son. Like when I'm on the phone, I'm talking to like a customer or I am the customer. Um, Same thing. I let them know, hey, you hear daddy start talking, you can look at me, and that's a sign to like you know, I'll hold on for 1 second and let you go, but you cannot talk while I'm talking. So we're telling little kids this. Can you tell me a grown tether don't understand this?
Yeah, but it's bad faith.
Right? Yeah.
Bad faith to argue with you in the first place.
Right. Oh yeah, I get what you're saying. Like,
Even gonna be able to have a conversation with a person like that.
right. Yeah. Why the hell my whole that tether didn't that tether didn't vex my damn phone. My whole screen black.
Hey, you know what, bro? I don't have conversations with people and sit there and let them talk, but they will never just stop.
Right. Right. I tried that too. I tried that. In fact, I tried it 2 mornings ago. I had a guy, tether, older tether, just cussed me out, and I let him go for 3, 4, 5 minutes. Never stopped.
Word is why.
So right, then he called in last night. Last afternoon, he tried the same thing. I said, no. I said, bro, you already did that. If you call back in, fight yourself back up. We got to talk, right? You can't just keep doing that. Coming on just to rant.
They knowledge that you heard them. Like, okay, yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
You said this. I understand what you're saying. I listen to you. And they still won't let you go.
I do not know what that's about, man. It's like tethered to corn, like you said.
It's bad faith. That's what it's about. It's bad faith. They not calling you to ask you to actually understand. They literally is calling you in bad faith, bro. I hear them. I hear them come talking to you.
Yeah, and that's what makes me think like where are all these educated tethers I be hearing about? You feel me? Because everyone that call up, they are from the remedial class. So I'm starting to like really question how many intellectuals out there really as a tether. Like I don't know, man. I'm hearing how smart some of y'all are, but I'm not experiencing it. Yeah, like, and look, I'm encouraging. And look, I give them no way out. When they come in, I don't overtalk them, call them name. I barely even ask them where they're from. Like, I already know they're not from here. So I don't give them a way out to act like that. It's like, dude, I'm trying to talk to you.
I be listening to you. I be on your live. I just be checking it out. Because I learn a lot from you.
Right. Thank you.
I see how these people interact and stuff. You know what I'm saying? What they don't realize is a lot of us be watching.
Right.
And I see how they move.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with you, and I think it's what it's called, cognitive dissonance.
Yeah, cognitive dissonance.
You give somebody information.
Yep. Right.
They can't put it.
And they can't process it.
They can't process it.
Right. Cognitive dissonance. Right. And like they go right back to what they said earlier. Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what it is.
I see it all the time.
Like the guy came up, he said, if a police officer, again, I don't, bro, they say we're the echo chambers. Yeah, I don't know how tethers all say this, but he said if a police officer pulls us over, they gonna see the Haitian as black, right? Now, He said that. Now, to me, that sounds like a question. So I said, all right, well, let me answer it. He said, nah, it wasn't a question, it was a statement. I'm like, okay. So now I gave my own statement. I said, all right, well, what if a nice Asian pull that same Asian over? Is he gonna think he black? The guy said, well, that ain't what I said. I know you made your own statement, I'm making mine. I'm telling you about it, a nice Asian. Is he gonna say, oh, now you black, you good? Or is he gonna see that monitor? That monitor beeping down there. Look, I I think that's like an intelligent comeback. It's like, yo, listen, man. If a police officer look at you, and matter of fact, the conversation ain't, and how we even get there, because the conversation ain't about who looking like who. You dig? Like the conversation is about who ain't black. It ain't about who look like. It's about who ain't black. Why are you telling me about they look, white people say we all look alike. So like they ain't the best judgment on who's who. You dig?
Yeah, it's not even the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I gotta fix this damn screen. I can't see it. Hold on. Hold on.
Conversation, baby.
Yeah, my screen. I don't know what that tether did to my screen. My screen went super black. It's funny. We're talking about black and my screen went black. And now, now look, now TikTok is gonna be like, you can't get back on. The TikTok is like the funniest social media platform I've ever seen. So let's try. Let's try. Let's try. Let's try. Let's try. Is it gonna take me off? Okay. I think I'll be back on.
It's so weird.
Okay. I'm back. I had to reset my screen because when I kicked that tether off, he threw a mustard bomb and he threw a must bomb at my phone and my screen went completely black. And I can't see anything. He threw a must bomb. I couldn't see anything. My screen, I'm talking to you, my screen straight black. Yeah. Yeah. So what nah, I ain't hear nothing just now. I had to go out and come back in.
Talking to a dude, right? I was out on a specific subject, and when I got done talking, he was like, "So, are you saying you ain't got no, you ain't from Africa?"
All right.
They didn't have nothing. What I said didn't have nothing to do with no fucking Africa.
Hey,
It was crazy, bro. Like, I cussed him out there. I got kicked off.
yeah. Yeah, because at that point, it's like, dude, what are we doing? Like, because at some point, you got to say to yourself, what are we doing? Like, are we having a conversation, or is it just your go, my go, your go, my go, like a dance competition? You hit me, I dance. I get done, I hit you, you dance. Or are we like actually going to talk to each other? Are you going to listen?
Oh, literally, I feel like I'm wasting my fucking time. Saying what the fuck I was saying to the motherfucker, and then I didn't get nothing back. I didn't get
Nah,
nothing back.
nothing. And so for me, I try to like figure that out. Like, okay, what's going on? Are they that remedial? And I'm coming to the conclusion that they are. I'm coming to the conclusion that, bro, that these guys are literally coming from the homeland over here with little to no education. And yeah, man, they have a hard time comprehending. Yeah, a lot of English, like they didn't learn English like us. Like a lot of English is like watching TV, you know, eavesdropping on conversations. So like they don't really know like context, like how we could define it. Yeah, yeah,
Do you understand the word that's coming out of my mouth?
yeah. And it's just,
Type shit.
yeah, the only thing they understand that comes out your mouth is delineation, FBA, and you got to go home. Like that's the only thing they really respond to. But all right, brother. Let me get back to the video. Thank you for calling in. Yes, sir. No, you good. Great.
But I had to come up there.
All right, I pray. Yeah. All right, kick them off. All right, bro. Thank you very much, man. Let me get back to the video. Peace.
All right, Carla, hop on in. Let's get Carla D.
Hey.
Hey, Carla, how are you?
Good. Hey, Tariq, I have a question. I have been having an argument with somebody about this very topic regarding biracial FBAs.
Okay.
Right. So this is what they were saying. It was a half and half. Some people were saying that FBAs who are biracial are considered black. And I noticed that it was mostly black men saying that. And my reason for rejecting that idea is that it lowers the value of black women's wombs. Because if anybody can make a black child, then all these Kardashian all it takes is a Kardashian mother to send her sons over, whenever they smell money, and there goes our wealth right back into them other people's community. And furthermore, a white woman would never let a child from my womb with a white man or any man come out and say that it's white. Like a white woman would never, ever allow that. So I have to ask, why are we not smart enough to do what they're doing in the reverse? And say two black children must come from two black parents. Because I don't want black men saying, well, because if they make a black child with anybody, then what good are black women for? What good are women who look like your mother? What are you don't need us. You can make a black child with anybody.
Okay, well, you have people like Booker T. Washington. He had a white parent. He was biracial, but he was a very instrumental person in the black struggle. Even Frederick Douglass, he was biracial. I think his father was white. So we start doing that.
Address what I brought up, though. That's what I'm saying.
Then we got to discount a lot of people who are black who are riders because they had a white parent. Okay, that kind of don't make sense. I mean,
how do you deal with the Kardashian effect? Then
what's the Kardashian?
Kris Kardashian or Kris Jenner sends her daughters, to our community. Let's say we get our reparations. She sends her daughters over here after that money. All they got to do is just hook up with some black child, and now all of a sudden, that money, just like Kanye West money, is into that family again. Mm-hmm. It's being funneled right back into that family. At least half of it is, and that's quite a bit. I'm saying we can't afford that. That's why white people said, listen, whiteness is about exclusivity. You are pure white, you are all white, or you are nothing. You are a cast off, a mutt.
But yeah, the children are still not white.
Right. So why should the children get to be black over here with one black parent?
That's biology. That's biology.
We're all humans. If it works one way, it should work for the other side.
That's just biology. They're biologically black. That's just what it is.
What race is the money? What race is the money that they take?
Yeah, if the kids are biologically black, the money is going to go to the black side of the family. Well, you think because I don't understand your argument. You think a reparations check is going to go to the Kardashians?
If just like him divorced this man and took half his money, that's the way it generally works. And these white people are not she's open about it. You see what I'm saying? The same thing with the athletes. Soon as they sign that contract, who is always sitting next to these black athletes at these D1 at these D1 drafts?
Mm-hmm.
They always look the same way.
But those children are still black.
I don't see. So she can give birth to a black child, but I can't give birth to a white one. That's some strange biology, because biology should work the same for everybody.
Yeah, that's how racism works. See, and nobody were, Yeah, if you think that
But we
you're
letting
gonna,
them control it.
well, the
We're letting
thing
them.
is, well, yeah, well, if you could just lay up with a white person and have a kid, you think you're going to escape racism. That don't work. Hispanics tried that and that don't work. They've tried that. That's what Melalalasa is about. It don't work. Some of the Creoles tried that too. Don't work. It doesn't work. Not in a system of white supremacy.
I'm just concerned about the wealth. You see where it goes. That's all I'm saying.
Well, the
It
wealth,
has not helped
the wealth
our
doesn't.
family.
The wealth descends. It doesn't ascend. It descends. The wealth goes down. And once the people become black, the wealth goes really into the black hands. It doesn't go
Is
up
that
to
what
Chris.
happened with Vanessa Bryant?
It doesn't. What, Kobe sick?
Yeah. Is that what happened with the Kardashian women?
Well, yeah,
I
the
don't
wealth
think
is,
so.
yeah, all of that money is going to them black kids. Shout out to the black kids. Chris Jenner, she's older. I don't know how long she's going to be here. The dad, Bruce Jenner, he's out here popping bussy. So yeah, there's nothing going to them. The money is not going to ascend to them. The money's
You
going
didn't need to attack that man. He
No,
didn't do nothing to you.
I'm not not
He didn't do nothing to you.
yeah. But there you go. All right, but thank you, dear. Thank you so much. All right. That's kind of a weird argument. And I just entertained it just for shits and giggles. I'm vibing. What's up, vibing?
What up, Rick, man? Thank you for bringing me up, bro. You good?
I'm good, man. What's going on with you, player?
All right. So one thing I don't get is, and I'm gonna get off. How is people that still eating dirt cookies in real time? How we get beans and rice? Oh, I'm gonna get off.
Yeah, man. I'm trying not to be mean. Yeah, I'm trying not to be mean. Y'all can't sit and tell okay. Y'all can't sit here and tell us about all of these phenomenal foundational black American dishes that we got from you, and there's a goddamn cat on a barbecue grill over there. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm really not trying to be mean. You can't be having cat patties and talking about we done got something from you. I'm not trying to be mean, but you gotta chill out with all of that stuff. Y'all gotta just stop saying stuff. You open the door for people to check you on this stuff. Good grief. Not trying to be insulting whatsoever. Oh my God. All right, let's get some more folks in here. Let's get some people in here, ladies and gentlemen. Raise those hands. Raise those hands, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get y'all in here. Let's get Empress. I'm trying to get Empress in. Let me go to the request queue to try to get Empress in here. Let me go to the request queue, and that'll probably help me out a little bit. Trying to get Empress in. Marbles, trying to get Marbles in here. Let me see if Empress is in the thing. What's up, Marbles? You all right over there, brother? Okay, this brother's breathing funny. You cool, brother? Mr. Marbles, you good over there? Okay, let me get this brother out of here because he over there, he's counting food stamps. Desiree, you good over there, Desiree?
Yes, how you doing, beautiful people?
Hey, beloved, how are you, Miss Desiree?
I am doing great. How are you?
I am good, Desiree. Is that you in the picture on the beach?
That is me. In fact, it is the East Coast.
No. Well, now, where do you live?
Not in the East Coast. That's where my picture is, though. Myrtle Beach?
Oh, you live in Myrtle Beach? Okay, cool.
No. That's where I took the picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Yeah.
There you go. So what's on your mind, Miss Desiree?
You know, not much, man. I mean, I'm looking at other people talking and doing stuff, and I'm just watching, man.
Okay. There it is. Are you learning some things while you're watching?
Of course, people be crazy, dude. But also, it's like, I don't know, like sociology, psychology. I just love watching people interact with people, man. It's awesome.
Yes, indeed. All right, Miss Desiree, I appreciate you. Thank you so much, dear. Let's get What's your name? Yaz? Mr. Yaz? You good over there, Mr. Yaz? Okay, Mr. Yaz. Yes, sir. That's okay. Yes, sir. You good over there, yes, sir? Okay, let me get him out of here. Okay. Let me see who we got. Y'all raise the hands and let's get you in here because we do have a lot of people in here. All right. Let's get y'all in here. Was that Destiny, the model? All right. What's up, Destiny, the model? Hop on in, Destiny. I saw you pop up. And we'll get Furious.
What's up, Tariq?
Hey, Destiny, how are you, dear?
Feeling good today. Don't really have a question, but I could say, it's a lot of agitation going on the gram and on the ground as far as, the campaign to dislike Black Americans. So what do you say to that?
I say that we keep doing what we're doing and delineate, and not just delineate, but just keep respecting our specific lineage. We just got to keep putting respect on it because it's our duty to do that. And we don't need approval from anybody. And we don't have to sit here and let people try to center themselves in the conversation all the time. What's up, Furious?
Yo, what's going on, Tyreek? Good morning.
Good morning, brother. What's going on with you, sir?
Hey, man, I'm just living in Pennsylvania where we outnumbered crazy and waking a lot of people up to what's going on.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So what else is going on?
Oh, man, just much respect, man, for waking up half of Black America. We still got some people still asleep, but just know I'm spreading that as an FBA gospel and staying on point, man.
Yes, sir. My man, I appreciate that, man. Much respect to you. All right, let's get those hands up. So somebody's in here. McCarthy. Oh, Mr. McCarthy, why are you mad, Mr. McCarthy? Mr. McCarthy, hop on in, sir. Mr. McCarthy, request to get up, sir, so I can have you on. And you can tell us why you're mad, sir.
Hey, yo, bro. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I spoke to Moron before. All right. Hey, yo, I'm just looking at Moron name. FBA Judah. I know who Moron is. Yeah, he came up a few times. He tried to have a intellectual conversation and it didn't go well for him. You dig? And that's why now it makes sense why he wouldn't let me talk. Because I know who he is now. Yeah, we had some exchanges and it didn't go in his favor. So he said, all right, this time I just gotta keep talking and not let Unbiased Ron say one thing. Because last time Unbiased Ron was saying a bunch of things.
Boy, us showing respect to our lineage, boy, it gets people pissed off. I know it's a fake page. All right.
Hey, what's up? What's that? FBA say cool? Where's my mic? What's going on? Say that again?
What you got going on, twin?
I'm just out here opening space for the family and some tethers that want to maybe vent and pour out their hearts. Cry on the FBA shoulder, tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about fucking.
Yeah.
Just the ones that disrespect.
Right. And I realize they just hurt. And hurt people hurt people. So I'm like, all right, so I'm like, here, tell us why you hurt. Who hurt you? You dig? Hop on and tell us who hurt you. And maybe we can, help counsel you through this one. All right, brother, you got a lot of background, so I'm gonna play the video, okay?
Lord, why does us simply showing respect to ourselves and our lineage?
And by the way, I'm trying to so as I'm playing this, I'm trying to get ready, trying to get my mic, because I have time now to respond to some of the claims out there. I heard somebody said Nat Turner didn't exist, so I want to review the evidence and see why they said that.
It sound like that Dane Calloway bullshit.
Yeah, that's him. So I'm gonna have more. I'm gonna play his video in a second. I'm trying to find my mic.
Said that bullshit for real.
Hey, bro. Okay, yeah. Well, he said Harriet Tubman didn't exist either, so I had already broke that one down. It's like one of the worst remedial arguments ever. So, I'm sure the Nat Turner arguments are just as bad as the Harriet Tubman ones. But yeah, now that's the guy who's remedial. Now I never listened to that guy a day before in my life, but recently because he came at Tariq Nasheed, I said, you know what? Let me see what he got going on. And I seen that Harriet Tubman video. I said, all right, let me watch this. Let me see if there's any information he got that's interesting. It was the most remedial, illogical connecting dots I ever heard in my life. That puts him. Last thing, that puts him as one of the most remedial people to come at the lineage.
For real, like, man, listen, dog. I'm a real nigga, right? And I know bullshit when I hear it, right? When I heard that shit, we were talking about Harriet Tubman never existed. Man, I swear to God, I ain't never gave this man 3 minutes of my time. Like, when I heard that shit, I was like, man, you know what? I'm not even about to goddamn invest any time, try to hear anything he got to say. Because at that point, everything else you say, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, I don't blame
shit like that.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. That's some, I'm like that with certain things. Matter of fact, he said that many years ago. I'm just now doing a reaction. So that tells you how interested I was. So I'm just doing a reaction. And only because he popped out of nowhere coming at the big brother Tariq. So I said, you know what? Let me address this right here. Maybe there's something here. So that's what we're doing. I'm looking for a microphone now. So as soon as I find my mic, I'm gonna go in on that one.
That get you so mad? Yeah. Why does that get you so mad? Because we gonna keep doing it. But y'all gotta understand, everything we do that shows dignity and respect to us, when we show respect and dignity about our culture, it's always looked down upon. Always. Anything that shows us in a dignified light, there's always pushback. That's what the civil rights movement was about. Black people saying, hey, we need to be treated with dignity. And these white people acted a fool around this country. Remember, we just wanted civil rights, just wanted you to act civil. And they said, oh, hell no, civil, hell no. Think about that. We weren't even really campaigning for reparations, which we should have been. We should have been like, no, we're going to need reparative justice. But we're like, no, we just want y'all to act civil and obey these damn laws. And they go, oh, hell no, civil? No. We need racial preferences. Yeah? So we had to let them know. We had to match that energy a little bit. You see? Man. Now let's get those hands up. Let's get those hands up. Man. Oh yeah, with Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali had to beat cats in the ring. That's why he was whooping ass. Like, you say my name and say it correctly. He had to sock cats up in the ring extra hard who wouldn't respect his name. And he had to check reporters who kept wanting to call him Cassius Clay because he wanted to have dignity with his name. Was that Sonny Liston he had to smack up in the ring like that? Man. Oh yeah. Let me see. Y'all get those hands up, ladies and gentlemen. Get those hands up. Let's get Brother Jay Muscle in the building. Jay Muscle. What's up, Jay Muscle? Hop on in, sir.
Oh, what up, Rick?
Hey, Jay Muscle, how are you, brother?
Man, I'm all right, man. Hey, man, I just wanted to say one thing about, like, everything that's going on, everything, the whole movement that we have going on of delineating. Have you noticed, like, if you look in the Bible, if you just look in the Bible and you look at Deuteronomy 28, and it speaks about how the people of that land wouldn't know what their identity was, or they wouldn't know where they came from. Have you noticed now that's the same predicament we're in right now? Like, we didn't know back then, like, really where we were from, and we were labeled as African, and we from here, we from there. But now it's like we know where we're from and we know our identity. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And everybody is big mad about it. And that's so crazy. I mean, it's just weird to just listen to some of these folks and be like, damn, what is the problem? Why is it such a big issue? You know, we're not talking about them. Okay, you say you're this. Okay, fine. That's who you are. You're Haitian, you're Jamaican, you're Trinidadian, you're African. We have no problem with it. But when it comes to us, it's a big problem. And that lets you know how special we are.
Like I always bring up, in the 1800s, we knew we were openly rejecting any foreign label. That's a fact. Want a feminine wash. She's in there with a bottle of Summer's Eve. That didn't sound like defecation. That sounded like a douche. Okay, are you all right, ma'am? Okay. Now my phone smell like fish. Save that for herself. That was very nasty. All right. I'm sorry. Her coochie had an echo when she flushed the toilet. Did you hear that big cavernous cooch with that echo? That's Project Cooch. Hi. Hey, how you doing, beloved? Hey, what's going on? I'm a dude. I thought you were. Yeah. Okay, okay. I take that back. This ain't. All right, shout out to this brother. I thought this was a woman. Okay, what's going on, Tariq? I'm good, man. How are you, sir?
All right, I found the Dan Calloway video. Just give me a second. Try to find a part. Because he talked about Nat Turner and Harriet Tubman did not exist in the same video. So give me a second.
I just wanted to say something, man. It's just a lot of news stories going on out here about certain things, talking about the grid going down, and it's good to be in the know about a lot of this stuff, but y'all be wary of fear mongering.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fear mongering going on. It's a lot of news stories, and if you're gonna stay on this side of what's being said as far as what you saying is the realistic stuff about the YT supremacies and stuff like that, that's fine. But consuming a lot of news stories and outlets about certain things is just not good for your mental.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too, right? The rich, they won't never let the world get into a state where their money don't matter no more.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And that's it.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. All right. All right. Y'all raise the hands, ladies and gentlemen. Raise the hands, ladies and gentlemen. Raise those hands, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's get everybody in here. Let's get everybody in here, ladies and gentlemen. Raise the hand. Empress, I'm trying to make a formal request, Empress, because your account will not let me bring you up. But what the gentleman said earlier about how a lot of people are tripping, they wanted us confused, and there was stuff in the Bible about people not knowing who they are. That whole thing of them trying to run this propaganda thing on us about we don't know who we are, we don't know who we are. Family, I really want y'all to know how much of a psyop that was. That was one of the biggest con games these folks have run on our asses, telling us we don't have an identity if we don't trace back damn near 1,000 years to some damn non-existent place in Africa. You understand? This whole thing where we're told we're going to be perpetual foreigners, which we're not. That was a major con game. I was talking about this on my Sunday's broadcast. Family, do you know how, as a foundational Black American, how unique your lineage is here? You're not no damn foreigner. We As foundational Black Americans, we're like the only ethnic group where several of us have families that have homes that's been in the family, homes and land that's been in the family at least 70 plus years. Many of you in this room right now, some of you got homes, your great-grandparents and grandparents' home that's been in the family and land that's been in the family for 70 plus years. In many cases, older than that. Do y'all know no other groups can say that? I'm talking about in large numbers. I can point to several foundational Black Americans whose families got homes that's still in the family going back to the 40s and 30s and all that. Most people cannot say that. I mean, even the white tea people can't say that. You know what I'm saying? So, those of us who got family in the South, some of us got land in our families that we still own going back 100 damn years. Do you feel me? Most people, I'm telling you, most people can't say that. Hispanics can't say that. What other ethnic group? The white tea people, they move and they white flight. They were running all over the place. They can't even say that. But because of segregation and all that, we had to build these homes knowing that they're going to be there generation after generation, because it was already hard enough for us to get settled in with all the racial terrorism and all that. I love TikTok shop. So our families knew that those homes were going to be multi-generational. That's why they're so sturdy. That's why they had gardens. That's why they planted fruit trees and all types of stuff. They knew those lands were designed for longevity. Every one of you, if you got family who's got a house, y'all got a house in your family, a land in your family going back to the 50s or the 40s, I can tell y'all got three things. Y'all got a sturdy basement that's like a damn fortress. You got a garden somewhere in there, or there used to be a garden, and the house got a bunch of pew-pews in them. It's going to have those three things. A sturdy basement, a garden, and pew-pews. You understand? Those, our ancestors, our loved ones, they built damn near fortresses. That's a fortress, ladies and gentlemen. You feel me? That's a fortress. You can be self-sustained. You understand? That's why when you would live and go visit those lands, you go to your grandma's house, your great-grandma's house, you were cool. You didn't really have to, you didn't have to go to McDonald's. Dude, you can be out on that land and eat off that land, eat the fruit and the plums and the figs and be playing in the yard. Everything was self-contained. Yeah? If you needed to heal yourself, grandma had stuff in there to heal you. You understand? Yeah, some of you don't remember leaving the house. Yeah, everything was self-contained at that time. We knew. Most people can't say that, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let nobody play you. And your ass got damn property older than some of these damn countries that these people are coming from, and you letting them tell you don't know who you are. Man, please. They know who to say that shit around. They know who to say it around. You don't say that around people like me. That's why they be so mad at me, because I check that shit heavy. You better not say that. I'll start getting on everybody's background and history. You're not going to compare yours to mine. You don't want to do that. You don't want to compare your lineage to mine. You understand? You better know who the hell you are. FBAs. You better know who the hell you are and how unique you are. Man. Yeah, man, we're self-contained. People go fishing, hunting, the whole shebang. Lord. See, grandma had a cage. Your grandma got a cage full of chickens now. Yeah. Our people were farmers. My mom, when I was growing up, we didn't have farm animals, but my mother did on the same property. My mother would tell me about all the cows and chickens and all the stuff they used to have. Yeah, so those homes, ladies and gentlemen, that's been in your family generation after generation. Do you understand the spiritual energy in those homes? I want y'all to understand that there's the spiritual aura in those homes that go back generation after generation after generation, that they've had family reunions in, because those are the homes that everybody used to go to for the family reunions. A lot of spiritual energy and strength in those homes. And not only that, and I talked about this the other day, if you are a foundational Black American and your family has those homes and you got that land that's been in the family 70 plus years, 9 times out of 10, there's a cemetery in damn walking distance in that area too. I can almost guarantee you're going to have a cemetery in that area where a lot of your loved ones are buried, simply because of the way segregation and Jim Crow was designed. Wherever we lived, we had cemeteries that were very, very close by. So that compounds that spiritual ancestral energy even more. We really got to understand the power in that. You understand? There's a power that you can feel it. That's why when you go visit your people in those areas, you feel that ancestral energy. You can feel it. You can feel it in the trees and the soil and the grass. You feel that shit. You feel it. You know? And that's where we would have our family reunions. Some of the best family reunions are in those spots. That's what the movie Soul Food was about. Everybody went to Big Mama's house. You had to go to Big Mama's house, and when Big Mama was alive, she had everything together. Just her presence kept everything in order. There was an order. And when the mama passed, everything in the family went to hell. All right, everybody started crashing out because that grounded energy immediately left and people weren't tapped back into it. So it created chaos. And in order for the family to get back together, we got to go back to Big Mama's house. We got to start doing the same thing that Big Mama did. You understand? Let's start cooking like her. Let's get together on Sunday like Big Mama had us do. We have to honor her to get back on track. Look at the message in the movies now. That's a very powerful message that a lot of people didn't get. That's a lot of powerful messages that the people didn't get in that movie. You honor Big Mama. She passed, and when she passed, everything went to hell, but we're going to get back in order by honoring her as if her energy is still here, which it is. So let's continue the tradition. Then we're going to get back on track. Okay. I love TikTok shop. All right, somebody's doing something illegal. Somebody just got pew-pew. What the hell was that? It sounded like he just got out the bed with somebody and found out it was a dude. All right. And he just started letting off. What the hell was that? All right, did we just become an accessory to something? Are we gonna get subpoenaed? I don't want that. Raise your hands. I'm gonna get Joy Luck. I'm gonna get just random people in here. What's up, Joy Luck? Miss Joy Luck?
Hey Tariq, how you doing?
I'm good, beloved. What's going on with you, Miss Joy?
Not much, just chilling.
Yeah, what city you in, dear?
I'm in Virginia Beach.
In Virginia Beach. How's everything out there?
It's all right.
What do you do out there?
I don't do anything.
Oh, okay. So what's on your mind?
Well, I was just wondering, I have to admit, I don't listen to you a lot. My brothers are bigger fans of yours.
Okay.
But I do stop in every once in a while in the middle of the night when you be on here on TikTok.
Okay.
Why is it so low?
I just was wondering, I haven't really heard you talk about Nolan Wells or any of the other Black people that they have found hanging in North Carolina or anything like that.
Oh,
or am I wrong about that?
Man, if you go to my YouTube channel, I got two, Ism Radio and Tariq Radio. And just type in Tariq Nolan Wells, you'll see dozens of videos, a lot. I've talked about the Nolan Wells situation extensively. So yeah, I've covered that, and I've talked about some of the hangings of people all over the country whenever
A
these
lot of
cases
TikTok
happen,
shops
which
be
there's an
getting
uptick.
that
So
black.
I've talked about that a lot. What make you think I didn't talk about that?
Like,
Who are liars? Why would they tell you a goofy lie like that?
That's what they told. That's what they told me. Cause
Really?
I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't know too much about
I
you.
don't think your brothers would lie to you. I don't think nobody told you that. I don't think nobody would just tell a random lie to their sister, right?
right.
Nobody would tell a random lie. That's a very specific lie. That's a lie that's used to discredit. That's like some Fed shit. You know, Feds say that. Feds put out a bunch of lies as a way of discrediting, right?
But I wouldn't have heard it anywhere else because I
But that's what
didn't know
Feds
much
do.
about.
That's kind of what Feds do. Yeah?
They're not feds.
Are you one? Because that sounds like some shit that a Fed would say. They would call up and act confused to tell a Fed lie. Because
No, I'm not the feds.
a lot of Feds put out misinformation as a way to try to discredit, right? Like the COINTELPRO program.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Feds will, and I notice patterns, a lot of Feds will say, Tariq and them don't be talking about all the lynchings. I've heard that before. Tariq was a criminal. Do y'all know they say according to the internet, I was the biggest gangster criminal on earth. I done murdered a bunch of people. I love TikTok shop. Slung keys, had a bunch of biatches all over. I was the most gangsterish nigga ever. According to them, nobody can be that gangster. Yeah?
I don't know. I mean, I believe you. I don't.
But why do you think your brothers would lie to you like that?
I don't know.
Well, that's crazy. So what else is on your mind, beloved?
I guess that's it.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. That was a Mr. Sister. I think that might have been a dude. Okay. That might have been a damn dude. That might have been one of them DNC punks. That sounds like one of them low-key DNC punks or DNC tethers. They come in here with the 4 T's. They come in here try to play dumb
14.
so they can get off some troll talking points. None of that shit bothers me. That doesn't bother me. Because why? I've been around too long. So too many people know me. Everybody knows my background. Lying on me at this point just don't work. Because too many people grew up with me. I done raised people in here. I've been around way too long. Yeah? About their brother. No, you're the brother. All right, the brother is you. You looked in the mirror and came up with that lie. You're the brother. Good Lord. Lord. Now let me get who was that? Earth Salt. Let's get Earth Earth Salt in the building. Earth, what's up, Earth? Hop on in, Earth. Who's hot in my house?
Hey, how's it going, brother? Just got one question for you.
Yes, sir.
I know you're busy with Hidden Color 6. I wish success on that.
Yes.
But are we going to get a new mink slide this year? You think you can squeeze that in, pause for us?
We do have to do a new mink slide. Probably not this year because I'm going to be very busy promoting this movie. And we're going to start hitting the promotion road in a couple of weeks. Very, very heavy. So I'm getting ready for that. So I'm going to be very, very busy with this movie. And when we release the Blu-ray and all that, because I'm telling you, this thing is going to be on fire. And I cannot wait for y'all to see the film, ladies and gentlemen. But I do need to get in the studio and do another Mink Slide project because a lot of people have been asking about that. All right. Let me see. The movie is going to be in Detroit. Yeah, we're all going to have it in Detroit. I forgot the name of the theater, but yeah, we're going to have it in Detroit. All right, y'all raise your hands and let's get some more family in here. Yes, we're gonna start. We're gonna work on Dallas too. I really want to get Chicago and I really want to get the Bay Area. So we're really trying hard for that. All right. Let me see who we got. We're working on Chicago. We're really working on Chicago. All right. Let me see. Y'all raise your hand and let me get you in here. Let's get y'all there. We're working on Oakland and with just the Bay Area. We're working on the Bay Area. We're working on that now. All right. And yeah, we already got Beverly Hills is locked in. Yep, we already locked in with them. New York is locked in. All right. Okay, let me see. Let's get those hands up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get those hands up. All right. Let's see. I don't see y'all hands. Somebody said Birmingham. Your Birmingham folks might have to drive over to Atlanta because we're working on Atlanta. So you might have to drive over to Atlanta. All right, let me just get in the request queue. Let me see. Ancient Ones. I'm just getting random names that I see in the request queue. Ancient Ones. Hop on in, Ancient Ones. Hop on in. All right. Ones, hop on in, Ancient Ones. Who's snoring? Your Ancient Ones?
God, what's good, King?
What's up, Ancient Ones? How are you, brother?
I'm good. I'm fair. So that itself shows me that I don't have nothing to do with the Eastern Hemisphere, just as much as you yourself and yourself, right?
Okay, I'm kind of lost. I'm lost a little bit.
No, I'm saying you don't have nothing to do with the Eastern Hemisphere, do you?
No.
So far as the African American thing claims, you don't have nothing to do with that, right?
No. African American is a misnomer. That's a misnomer.
That's why I respect you.
Yeah.
Yo, I ain't gonna hold you, man. I respect you, King. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I respect you. I respect everything you got going on, man. But
Yes,
it's
sir.
a lot of things that I hear, man. I'm not gonna sit there and say that I'm somebody that's,
Like what do you hear? Like you hear what?
uneducated or knowing what I'm speaking about or speaking upon. But damn, I hear a lot about Dr. Umar and I hear a lot about Dr. Nasheed, right?
Okay.
And what I hear about, me being a Black American, man, what do I hear about being in our community is that you stand for African Americans more than you stand for Black Americans.
Who, me?
Like, because this is, like you said, there's a misnomer. There's a difference in between the African American and there's a difference in a Black American.
So how do?
And I feel like
I'm lost.
I'm sorry, King. My bad.
I'm very lost. Now, how do I stand for so-called African Americans more than I do for foundational Black Americans?
Because the simple fact that you say that, when somebody ever come up with some, misnomer of y'all come from Africans or y'all say that, oh, y'all come from that as well. So that itself claims that, we come from what everybody comes from, which is totally false. We don't come from where everybody comes from. Like we already got, evidence. We got, we got a lot of evidence, showing that who we are and who we really come from, like, evidence wise, like when it comes from DNA and all these other things, we don't got to go through DNA evidence from, what you call this? These things that, everybody that want to pay for something, just, call themselves out of the Indians or anything just to become an American itself.
All right. Thank you so much, brother.
All right.
Thank you. Okay.
Just freaking grieve. You should have put them boys in the hood horns on.
Good man.
Ricky!
The plebiscite babble. The hell was he talking about? Lord. What's going on with you, Mr. Brown?
Oh, chill. I don't even know how I got up here. I ain't gonna lie. I woke up snoring.
Oh, that was you snoring. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, how the hell I get up here?
Okay.
Yeah, but
You sound like a big nigga, man. You up here snoring
I
like
mean,
that. Like, did you just eat before you went to bed? Like
I
you ate some?
did.
I knew it. That was
You're a damn scientist, man.
yeah, nigga. That was a deep sleep when you snoring like that. What'd you have? Some crab legs? What you eat before you went to bed?
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. you know, indigenous American food. Lord, watch the carver food.
Yes, indeed. All right, man. All right. Go back to sleep, man, because you got to get up to go do security somewhere. You sound like one of them big niggas. I know you do security or drive a Brinks
Tariq,
truck or
what's
something.
good?
What's up, Trey? How are you, sir?
Oh man, I'm doing good, man. I'm at the crib chilling right now.
Love that. What city you in?
I'm in LA.
Oh, cool. You out here in LA. What's going on with you?
Hey, no, I just wanted to bring up, like, it's crazy how they keep framing it like we are really at war between the diaspora, when it's like our differences with like Latino groups, Chinese groups have historically been way more violent. So what do you consider those? Yeah, that's something like I always just thought about. Like, it's crazy, like how it just really shows like how the delineation really affects them.
Oh yeah. Yeah, delineation is just shaking up everybody, man. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. A lot of folks are getting their drink on before they call. But yeah, delineation, man, it's shaking up the table. Boy, that foundational word, boy, that's like the Rosetta Stone. They can't move that. That's just clamping everything down. They don't know what to do about it. And a lot of these folks, like the one guy called up, I don't know, because his family's Caribbean, and that's another thing. When y'all see a lot of people, they start plebiscite babbling and they say stuff that don't make no sense. Usually the family, they're from a Caribbean background, and they're just trying to deliberately be confusing because they can't latch on to the lineage. You understand? And they just start babbling. I'm telling y'all, whenever y'all see a lot of that plebiscite babble, that's a translation for you dealing with a Caribbean or somebody. All right? This shit is not rocket science, what we're talking about. Lineage is not rocket science. Your lineage goes here or it doesn't. It's that simple. And family, let me give y'all a name to look up, because us being foundational and acknowledging us being the foundation of the nation, that's not even new. Family, do you know in the 1800s, there were white people saying that we were the foundation of this country? White people saying this. Look up a guy, he's a white man, he was a Presbyterian minister. This was around the Civil War. This guy named William Aikman, Aikman. Y'all look him up. He was a Presbyterian minister. White guy up in New York. And 1862, he was a minister at a church, a Presbyterian church in Delaware. And that was a slave state. And he openly opposed slavery. He was like, hey, slavery is morally wrong, it's socially wrong, it's politically wrong. So he was really speaking out against slavery. And he said something in one of his pamphlets that he put out. The pamphlet was called The Future of the Colored Race in America. Came out 1862. This man said the colored people, us, Black Americans, we were the foundational element, or the foundation element of American society. They were using the word foundation to describe us then in his pamphlet that you can look up online. He said, we, the colored people, they are the foundation element of this country. They knew then that we were the foundation of this country. This is what we're saying now. You understand? He didn't just say black people contributed something. He described us as the foundation element. That's a big difference between somebody saying somebody participated in society and they were part of the foundation. Another thing he said, because, the Civil War was happening and, the American colonization thing was still going. And there was people talking about shipping black people somewhere. And he was like, we can't, no. He said, this white man said, if we get black people out of here, man, this country is going to crumble. Yeah, this country is going to go to damn hell if we get black people out of here. We can't do that. Don't even talk like it. And plus, black people, their family and their lineage has been here longer than us white people. He was saying this stuff back then. Go read his pamphlet that he put out. Yeah, white people were saying this shit. They knew. Every now and then you get a white person who would tell the truth. Every now and then you get one who told the truth. So look up William Eichmann. Yeah, he was talking about, he gave examples. He was like, yes, man, when Spain expelled all the Moors, hell, Spain started to really, shit kind of went downhill. When France got rid of the Huguenots, which were like some people mixed in with Moors. If y'all heard of the Huguenots, there were some French Huguenots, which were basically Moors who were expelled from Spain and went over the Pyrenees Mountains over into southern France. And they became Presbyterian, and then the French government started to expel them and persecute them, and then many of them came over here. Y'all look up the Huguenots, that's something else. And it was like, yeah, France, they went through some bullshit when they got rid of them. Some of these different classes of people are the contributor class to society. So if you get rid of them, things go to hell. Was George Washington Carver a Huguenot? Yeah. A lot of those Melungeons were Huguenots. A lot of those Melungeons, those real dark people that they all up in the mountains and all on the East Coast that they encountered. That's why they were called names like Delaware Moors. Many of them come from that Huguenot bloodline. Yeah. So yeah, all of that foundation. No. People were using the word foundation to describe us in the damn 1800s. All right. Right. Yeah. They were saying that Lincoln was Melungeon. Right. That's why we talked about that in Hidden Colors 1, how they had him dressed as an Arab. They were saying he was a Melungeon, and they put him in like Moorish Arab clothes because they know the Melungeons were really Moors. It's deep. It's deep. It is deep. Yeah, and the penny, right. That's why they put him on the copper penny. And he's facing the other way on the penny. That's another thing. They got Abraham Lincoln on a copper penny, and he's facing the other way. All the other presidents on coins, they're facing one way. Lincoln is facing the other way. Yeah, that was the thing. They were saying that Lincoln was a Melungeon, which was another word for saying that you're mixed with black, because they did some DNA testing.
Nah, that ain't what it meant. But let me hear this.
Hold it up for the camera to see. It's more authentic if an alleged descendant of Nat would bring, since one doesn't exist anywhere. It is. It's sad. It's sad. But anyway, he goes on and shows a binder that could have.
So this guy name is, I don't know if you heard this guy. But his name is like Remedial Calloway, something like that. And he's trying to explain how Dane Calloway, he's trying to explain Dane Calloway's name, Remedial Calloway, same thing. He's trying to explain how Nat Turner never existed. And he's trying to use logical arguments. A lot of times, family, when people are remedial, you will hear their arguments are less historically documented and more, they rely on their logic. Here, let me make a logical argument. When you hear people make logical arguments away from like science or historical arguments, and it's just logical, it's usually going to be plebiscite babble like this. Now, his logical argument, he can't go in history, nothing like that. This is logical babble on how Nat Turner didn't exist by Lane Calloway, what they call him, Remedial Calloway, whatever his name is.
Could have been considered his family's portfolio. Then he came prepared to show you a picture of Nat Turner on national television, mind you, as if the editors at the news station couldn't just simply Google an image of Nat Turner. since one doesn't exist anywhere. Oh man. They could have just used what they found on Google. Or maybe it would be looked as more authentic if an alleged descendant of Nat would bring his family's portfolio and hold it up for the camera to see, or rather the public. Since one doesn't exist anywhere. Oh man. They could have just used what they found on Google. Or maybe it would be looked as more authentic if an alleged descendant of Nat hold it up for everybody to see, in order to set the tone, as if he's somehow creditable now. But see,
yeah, this is Resident Evil music. Scary as hell in the morning. I'm over here looking over my shoulder.
The picture he decides to show the public is an illustration drawn by an artist, which was strictly drawn for, hold on, let me pull this up, which was strictly drawn for the attention, or for the intention to be published inside of the book entitled The Negro in Our History.
So he's reading
Carter G.
something.
Woodson.
He's reading something. I mean, the guy, he could barely read whatever he's reading. But I would like to know what he's reading, because it looks like he put either if it's real, he's cherry picking it. If it's not real, it's his own personal notes that he can't even remember.
On the date of January 1922, according to the Library of Congress. January 1922. So in 1922, the artist knows exactly how Nat Turner looks if no previous picture of Nat existed before? Of course not. So what did he use to portray this image of Nat Turner?
Hey, bro, can you learn how to read, my guy? Damn.
His imagination. Right?
I guess.
Am I right or wrong? Let me pull this up. Because not only that, let me pull this up real quick. All right. According to Thomas Gray, the lawyer who allegedly sat with Nat while he was in jail in order to record Nat's alleged voluntary statement of guilt, he published inside of his Confessions of Nat Turner in 1831, documenting that, quote, "We, the undersigned, members of the court, convened at Jerusalem on Saturday, the 5th day of November, 1831, for the trial of Nat, alias Nat Turner, a Negro slave, late the property of Putnam Moore, deceased, do hereby certify that the Confessions of Nat to Thomas R. Gray was read to him in our presence." Listen to that. And that Nat acknowledged the same to be full, free, and voluntary. Now, it's a few things I want to point out here. First of all, this confirms that the name Nat Turner is an alias. And to those of you that don't know what an alias is, it means a false name.
That's not what an alias mean. An alias mean is another name that you're called by. It's not a false name. You see guys in prison with aliases. It's not. Those aren't fake names. Those are other names how that associates with him. It's not just a fake name.
A name totally different from a person's birth name. This also means that the surname Turner is not his actual last name. See? So that great-great-great-grandson named Bruce Turner is being paid to act as if he's a descendant of Nats. When it
wait, how the hell you draw that conclusion? Because Nat Turner had aliases. That was some crazy connecting of dots. He had aliases, so his great-great-great-great-grandson and he was a paid actor. Like, this is, you got rid. Oh my God. Yeah, maybe I should do some remedial work and get 1,000, 100,000 views, yo. It seems like some folks love remedial information.
Strictly all done for the purpose to stroke your imagination. Now, within the same quote I just read, it indicated that the confessions of Nat Turner were read to him, and then he acknowledged it all voluntarily. Again, they were read to him, and then he acknowledged them voluntarily.
Okay, like you didn't see those videos when an Iranian kidnapped somebody and blind them with, put some of their eyes and have them, or not just that, but have you read, say some things that's pro-Iran. Y'all ain't never see that? So that I don't understand. Like he's reading, somebody gave Nat Turner some confessions or whatever he gave him, and then he read it. It's like, okay, they gave him a script. That's called giving somebody a script. That's not evidence they don't exist.
This should sound familiar to many people who have watched those bad guy, good cop shows, or maybe have experienced this particular situation firsthand. I'm gonna give you an example. Let's just say when you're at a police station for the illusions, and they turn around and said that Nat voluntarily agreed to these confessions that were written for him after he allegedly murdered a mammoth amount of people. How does that make sense?
How does it not make sense? That's a better question. Why does this guy keep staring at me? How does that not make sense? That's a better question.
And if these were actually Nat Turner's confessions to the lawyer Thomas Gray, then why was it copyrighted 5 days later, on November 10th, 1831, as if it's a book and can be sold because there is a profit to be made of an alleged...
Oh my God, yo, the dot connecting, and yo, keep in mind, this is his proof that Nat Turner did not exist. All this, well, how can this, bro, if you got proof, why you got a bunch of questions? Just give us the proof. Well, see, well, how that's possible? Okay, just because you're remedial and it don't make sense to you, doesn't mean somebody never existed. Like that's some, yo, that is a reach.
Murderous confession. Uh-oh. Yo, oh man.
That man turned to a ticklish tether.
Here it is. Here it is right here. On the second document of this collection. In conformity with an act of Congress
It's really hard to get through that. I'm sorry. He can barely read. This is how he's reading. Look. Let me give you an example how he's reading. Let me find a quick news story. Okay. The phrasing in your query directly echoes major 19th century intellectual works, most notably William Aikman, published a prominent piece titled "The Future of the Colored Race in America" in the Presbyterian Quarterly Review in I can't do that. July 18th. Yeah, I can't. I tried. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
And none of them are Caribbean. And these top areas of being rich, they are not there with us. They get these little fucking jobs. And I'm telling you, they don't even try to be fair to say there is. I know there's a lot of fucking shit. So are you telling me in all the HBCUs, which is a historical foundational Black American college university, not Teller University, by the way, they have to go through our schools. Are you meaning to tell me the school that his daughters graduated from, there wasn't no foundational Black Americans graduating at the same damn time? These people are not fair. These people are some jealous, destiny swapping. I'm telling you, when you let them speak long enough, they'll show you exactly what they are. They are jealous people. I know millionaires, man. I know women who graduated college. I know men who graduated college. My nephews is doing marvelous right now. Matter of fact, they about to come here. They be here this Friday. He just came from Japan. It's like that. He's a Marine, getting a lot of, it's just a lot of people in my family that's doing real great. Matter of fact, I don't even fuck with my cousin, but fuck that bitch.
Educated with careers. I said that before. I said that before I even spoke about my two daughters.
You said that. You did.
Yeah, so you're lying. I'm giving credit where credit is due. So you're saying I'm despicable. So hold on. And
if you feel that way, then why you go back to the same rhetoric that we don't do shit? And you speak as a collective.
Dude, you don't let me talk. You don't let me finish.
You talk a lot, and you saying the same thing. You ain't saying anything.
Dude, we've been on this for an hour and 20 minutes, and I swear I ain't talking no more than 15 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Out of an hour and 20 minutes, I ain't talk 15 minutes.
Okay, cool.
You keep cutting me off.
Yeah. And
you keep muting me. Like I said,
you got 5 minutes. I'm gonna mute mine right now. Go ahead. I'm a time.
But I'm just saying you're a liar, Slim. Because when we agreed to do this, I said we need to have a moderator. Because I know you was gonna mute me and talk over me and cut me off. I knew this. Come north looking for job. Because the
like literally fuck these niggas. Literally fuck them. Why I entertain this for a reason. And yes, look, at my fucking screen. These pieces of shit that come from nothing. And they able to talk like this because they ate their hair getting fucking handouts. Yeah, and these people literally got the nerve. I mean the nerve. Little dirty niggas. 1827. What was our people doing? Hold on, let me pull this up. Little dirty ass. Matter of fact, I should put up. I am gonna type. They built with their own fucking hands. This is 1800s, and I'm gonna type what was Jamaica like in 1827. Accountability. Why you can't take accountability for your own people? The floor is yours. Why you can't take accountability? Answer that, and then you can go into your spill. Why you can't take accountability for your to your people? Why?
Jamaicans come over here and achieve what y'all never did. We had a vice president was Jamaican. Right?
You still didn't answer the question.
I'm talking about Jamaicans.
You want to avoid the question. You want me to let you talk.
No. I'm bragging on Jamaicans now.
No. I'm talking about your people. No. Your people.
So you asked. Let me brag on some Jamaicans.
No. You don't do better than Jamaicans, Slim. No, statistically, I just gave you the statistics. You don't have more businesses than foundational Black Americans in America. You don't. No, you know what? Everybody from y'all could suck a dick. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck them niggas, man. You fucking crazy. Fuck these niggas, man. Literally fuck these niggas. For a reason. I try to be professional, but all of that shit, that disrespect, let me get myself together. The floor is open. The floor is open. If anybody want to jump on the panel, the floor is open. The link is in the chat. Please get on. Since this is the end, I'm gonna be here for the next probably 15-20 minutes tops. Everybody, if y'all want to get on, please come on right now. We have John Galt. Please, but you already unmuted. What's good, family? What's up? What's on your mind?
I live at the corner of in between Ralph and Buffalo on St. Mark's and between Ralph and Buffalo, so it's right there at Weeksville.
Oh, my family from St. Mark's and Ralph.
Right, so I live right there.
Okay, say less. I know where you at.
And so you in listening to the video, I'd never seen the video before. It said that was an area where Africans were being taught. Yeah, right. Yes. Weeksville. This is where Africans were being taught, which means that all of us, if you want to attach yourself to Weeksville, then the Jamaicans are kind of Africans. Well, they're Africans. They just were dropped off at a different place, and I think, it'd probably be better if we found like commonalities between us. That may not happen. But in living in DC, I live in DC part-time. I'm a landlord. So I deal with a lot of immigrants.
Why we got to find commonalities in 2026? Why we ain't find commonalities when you first got over here? Now you're getting deported by the hundreds and thousands. We need to find Jesus together. Stop it.
So I get a lot of the Black frustration regarding immigrants. And I think that, unfortunately, the Blacks are going to have to, Americans are going to have to adopt some of the immigrant models. We brought them here now. And what they're doing is working in America. The infrastructure is here. The power runs 24/7. So they can sell food on the streets. Americans aren't accustomed to selling food on the streets. Sliced up watermelons, sugarcane water, and all that type of stuff. That's the Caribbean third world model of being successful.
But I need to cut you off right there. Just hold that thought, please. There's a lot of foundational Black Americans that go out there, have their little hot dog stand and selling their oil, selling their books, selling clothes and hats, all of that stuff. And guess what? The police is attacking them, but they got these motherfuckers who have no license. They're hounding us for a license, but they let these motherfucking greasy immigrants come here and just set up shop with no.
Hey, family, remember those Karens who was calling the police officers on little foundation Black American girls for selling lemonade without a permit? These are little girls, 9 to 12 years old, selling lemonade. Karens would call the cops, and the cops actually made the Black American foundation Black American girl move with her mom, and I think gave her mom a ticket. But like he said nothing right. He ain't saying nothing wrong. Family, these sanctuary cities are trying to make life so comfortable for illegals that they are bending rules. They are allowing them to do things and do business while they exclude and run us off the block. everything he's saying is true, and it's a gaslight to act like we're getting the same opportunities. Like, stop it.
With nothing, with no attachments. Just sit there, just like what they're doing right now. Look what they did to people in LA. Look what they did to doing to the people in New York. What are you talking about? I understand where you're coming from, but don't sit up here and act like Black people do not want to hustle and do not want to work.
But I didn't say that, right? What I said was, no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that if you go to the third world, they sell food on the streets, and people are accustomed to buying food on the streets. I've been in the third world, I bought food on the street. But in America, I typically don't buy food on
backstage, bro.
In America, I typically don't buy food on the streets. But the people that come in here from Jamaica, from or wherever they come from,
Cuba, backstage, nigga,
Dominican Republic.
Hold on. Yo, Charlie Cruz with your stupid ass. You are
you're not
at backstage.
Up, boy? Yeah, boy. I'm Puerto Rican. I don't believe in that color bullshit, nigga.
Who give a fuck?
All that shit.
What you are? As white boy, you are a white boy.
I'm not a white.
I fuck with them hard body. Grew up with them, but I know there's a lot of them that is racist, and they will sit up here and dance like you.
I think the environment is suitable for Americans selling stuff on the streets like that, unless it's a carnival or a fair. Americans are accustomed to buying food there, but just not their day-to-day. Hell, I've seen Hispanic women follow construction crews around selling whatever food that they eat, and they just go into construction site. That is kind of an offshoot of those people being here that I don't think that is available to Black people. The other thing that I find interesting, again, I'm a Black American born in Alabama, and it's not lost on me that and I'm using Jamaicans since you've been mentioning them, like. They have kind of, and I'm just being honest, they have a strong culture in some things. Music, the music.
I love their culture. Go ahead.
Right. The music and the food. And again, I live in Brooklyn. I never had jerk chicken until I moved to the north, to DC, then to New York.
Okay.
The jerk chicken, it's mainstream. White people will eat it. I don't know if Hispanic people will eat it, but the largest group of people here will eat it.
Me too.
Right. Okay, but I'm saying, as it crosses over, as the things that we have that cross over to white culture, reggae music, there are a lot of clean versions that white people can. The mainstream. When I say white people, I'm just talking about mainstream America.
Yeah, real quick, right? Because I talk about the slave trade a lot, and when white people were Africans kidnapped and sold, to white people, right? And when they came over here, it's relatively small numbers. But listen to this. I want you to know, because I talk a lot about white people and how they go around, right now today they have this immigration policy, but they have something called hyper selected immigrants where they choose the best. They choose the best. They don't go after people like these fleeing people. That's not their choice. That's the liberals act like they saving these people from themselves. That's called humanitarian immigrants. They normally come over here as asylees, refugees, and vacuum, things like that. So the liberals act like, oh, we're saving these people. But that's how they get over here. But the main way immigration was supposed to be used was through hyper selection, right? Where they go after the best minds and the wealth of countries and bring them over to America, and they help America become greater. So I was trying to tell you guys, when white people were over in Africa and they were buying people from Africans who kidnap and enslave their own, they didn't go over there accepting anybody from the Africans. They was getting the best for what they needed. So, for example, South Carolina received many enslaved people from Africa, and they came from regions where rice growing knowledge already existed, okay? Because planters in America value that agricultural expertise. So they were doing a tobacco thing, rice, sugar, and cotton. So they wanted people who had these skills. They weren't going for some broke, bum, lazy booty scratching African. Like they knew exactly what they wanted. So when I say when we came over here, we were the 1%. Like right now, hyper selection is based on the top 1% of countries. So when you see these Nigerians and that's supposed to be so smart and whoever else from Kenyans and whoever else, these are the 1%. They're called 1%ers. The Indians, the VVEX, these are called 1%ers. The Chinese, these are the 1%ers. And America media lie, act like this, they represent the population. No, these are the top 1%. The rest of the nation are not this smart, not this wealthy. My point is when they went in to buy from the African sellouts, they practiced that same 1% mentality, family. They went and said, we need those who are skilled in agriculture, who can help us get this tobacco, rice, sugar, and cotton thing off the ground. So they went for skilled laborers, not just anybody. Okay. They went after the top 1% in Africa, which happens to be us. You know, we're part of that top 1%. This is why we do so great over it. And the other people don't. They're the bottom 1%. Okay. You got top 1% and bottom 1%. So a lot of these fleeing failed people who are in our spaces talking trash about us, they're not hyper selected Indians. I mean, they're not hyper selected people. They are the bottom 1%. That's why they do a lot of degenerate things and they could barely understand what we're saying. All the English coming out of our mouths. But like, I just said a couple words and nothing registered. Okay. You must be one. You must be one of asylees. You must be one of those asylees. You ain't no hyper selected immigrant. You're an asylee. So the people who come in our spaces chimping out and not letting nobody talk, asylee. It all makes sense now. You're like, oh, okay, these are the bottom 1%ers. So I just call them top 1%ers, bottom 1%ers. So I would occasionally remind y'all what that means. Then I could just say it without any explanation because what's already understood don't need an explanation. You feel me? So when I say top 1%, that's the upper class of immigrants. Bottom 1% are the bottom class, including illegals. You got it? All right, so let's go back.
Already know that was coming.
They can listen to it. They can listen to it. You know, you can listen to reggae, whereas a lot of the, let's say, our mainstream music is maybe a little bit too vulgar. The reggae music is, you know,
we have different genres, brother. So please, no. Because you can say all that. Just get to the point because I want to ask you, what is your lineage? What is your background?
I'm Black American, Alabama, born and raised. Alabama, born and raised. That's all I know.
What about your mother and father?
Mother born and raised Alabama. Grandmother born and raised Alabama. I don't know any further than that.
Now listen. You cannot tell me that all of our music is literally vulgar.
That's not what I'm saying.
So what are you talking about? The only hold up, man. The only thing that's popular is the ratchet bullshit. And a lot of us is not even for it. It's that machine that's being pushed, and that's what's being accepted. So don't sit up here and don't even act like they got gun tunes. What the fuck you talking about? Did you make it? Did they not all PC? Like I said, I love the culture. They got that shoot 'em up, bang, bang, bang shit all day. I can give you a whole bunch of songs right now.
Yeah, boom, bye, bye, and all that, right? I'm not disagreeing with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, right. I don't listen to a lot of music.
Just get to your, just make it plain. Get to your point of what
you know. I think you know what I've seen in commerce, right? And this is where people tend to intermingle. The Jamaicans can have a restaurant and they can be playing Jamaican.
All right, so just real quick. So during that whole translating slave thing, European merchants, they usually, as I keep telling people, they didn't go into Africa, like deep into Africa. They didn't do that. Okay. They paid or incentivized or encouraged or their demand for Africans themselves to do the capturing and enslaving. I keep telling y'all. So don't let nobody say, well, when they talk about the transatlantic African slave trade, don't let nobody say we were captured, took, kidnapped. Don't let them say that because they're pretending a white man went in there. Okay? European merchants did not march deep into Africa. Okay? It was, it's like when you go, I don't know, if you need a fisherman to catch a fish live, You pay him some money, he go in the water and catch a fish and give it to you. But you don't go in the water and get your own fish. Or you go to fish market, you ask for, hey, let me get some whiting. He go back there and get it. That's how that happened. He went and got it, not you. So somebody can't say, unbiased Ron took the fish. No, I paid a guy, he took the fish. That's what happened with slave trade. The white people ain't gonna do nothing. They paid the Africans to do it. And the Africans went and did it. Okay? African had political authorities. They had military, people at that time. Yeah, Africa was not some pushover. They had slave raiders and they had intermediaries who were deeply involved in supplying people to whitey people, okay, in exchange for European goods. Now, merchant houses, right, whitey merchant houses outfitted ships, right? They had trade goods, provisions, crew, insurance, and capital. So they didn't come over. They didn't come over to Africa with just anybody. They came to Africa with their brightest, selecting. You get the terminology, hyper selecting who they wanted to work those plantations, to work agriculture. So like they knew they was getting the brightest of the brightest. That's all I'm trying to say. Like when we came over here, we was amongst the top 1%, right, of who were sold, and we were hyper selected. That's why we are the best of the best. And on top of that, they did the breeding situations with us, where they, mixed the best with the best. Then, so they just carried it on. They went OD, and that's why it's a no brainer why we are doing so much. We are literally the top 1% of Africa, and then when they mixed, had us mate with each other, the best with the best. So not only are we the top 1% of Africa, we become the top 1% of the top 1%, because other top 1%ers went through the Caribbeans and Brazil. But because they practiced eugenics for us only, we became the top 1% of the top 1%. If that make any sense, you dig?
You're making music, you can bring your children in there and, hell, if you can't understand what they're saying, even if they're saying something vulgar, it's over a soft enough beat, it doesn't run your way. I think if typically when you see black establishments, if they're playing black music, it's not going to be palatable for children.
Hold that thought.
The music that they're going to play.
No. Hold that thought. And I don't want to put you on mute because you're fucking wrong. There's a lot of barbecue, soul food places that play nothing but old school R&B, Frankie Beverly and the Maze, Shaka Khan. What the fuck is you talking about? Which one you been going to?
Okay, but
don't sit up. No. You generalizing this shit, and I'm really questioning exactly who the fuck you are. I'm really peeping you. Like I don't know. No, specifics, not being fair. It's not gonna be fair. Out of here. I'm not.
All right, hold on. I don't know why the volume went fucking dead low. Let me try to fix that. Why the volume crazy low?
Being fair, I'm a Black American, so I understand the frustrations. But,
yeah.
As I'm saying, from a businessman standpoint, again, like they're having the Caribbean Day Festival coming up in New York. You're probably familiar with that, right?
Yes, that was passed. That was passed on June 2nd. They just had their.
No, they haven't. I'm talking about the one on Eastern Parkway on the first, the Labor Day, right? It'd be the first Monday. Juve, right? It's all up and down the creek. And if you notice what they do there, if you pay attention, there's a whole bunch of Caribbean vendors, food, their food specific to them. And there'll be a good number of white people that will go to that festival.
Oh my God.
Consume the food, buy the gift.
What's your point?
Oh my God. They got a festival. And guess what? Whitey people come. So just say that. Say you do the festival just to get whitey people to come. God damn, man. Whitey people come. So whitey people validates it.
What about the, hold on, man, what about we have to change the name, the African American Day Parade in Harlem. Nothing but vendors, peaceful, nobody's getting shot. Like every year in Juve, somebody's getting shot. What the fuck?
You're definitely right.
Yeah, of course, and it seemed like you breastfeeding, you getting breastfed right now because you pointing out certain things as if the connotation of that is our fucking culture. You better get the fuck up out of here with that. And I'm not gonna let you slide with that because it seems like that's where you headed to, brother. And I'm not gonna let you do that. Our parades, hold on, our parades is respectful. We got our dance routines, the bands, the horses. And it's barricaded. People on their side cooking their food. They playing our soulful music, not niggas shooting. There's no parade where there's shoot 'em up, bang, bang music. I don't know. What are you talking about?
No, you're right.
I know I'm right. And they classy.
But
They're not shaking their ass and showing their fucking pubic hairs in their fucking body. What are you talking about? That's why I say, I'm saying make it fair. If you're not making it fair, get out of here.
And I think we should make it fair. You know, again, I've never been to Juve. And Juve is their late night, overnight party or something. I think they had.
Yes, I think all night until Labor Day. I've been there numerous of times.
I've never been to the Juve parties, but I hear that's where the violence is. That I haven't heard a lot of the violence during the parade.
Because Labor Day parade is not a Jamaican Day parade. The Labor Day parade is for everybody.
Well, you know,
Labor Day parade is not just for Caribbeans. It's called Labor Day.
Fair enough, but if you
and hold on, wait. The first goddamn on August, they passed it June 2nd and had the Jamaican Day Parade. The first Jamaican Day Parade, August 8th, that just fucking passed. Guess what? Cars blew up at that motherfucking gas station. Guess what? I came to play it, but I got it saved in my bookmarks on X. Fighting, beating up, and it was a shooting. First annual Jamaican heritage parade on August 8th that just passed.
I mean, no, you're not going to get an argument from me arguing that Jamaicans don't have
not an argument. It's facts. It's facts.
You're not going to give me the argument that Jamaicans are somehow less violent than Black people or whatever you want to, that you're trying to assert, because I'm familiar with all the I'm familiar with all the violence around Juve. I'm familiar with that.
Sorry for being so loud, everybody.
No, you didn't bother me. But I'm familiar with all the violence surrounding Juve. I know that the Caribbeans aren't coming here and just, clean and, honest people. They're engaging in crime too. But I do think, again, from outside looking in, Alabama boy, New York, DC, they do have some elements that to their culture that plays well in America. Their food crosses over probably easier than soul food. That's my opinion. You put a Jamaican restaurant and a soul food restaurant next to each other, which one is going to have more white customers? Probably the Jamaican jerk chicken shop. I've seen it.
Who knows? We got to put that together because there's a lot of, bro. Maybe you haven't researched enough. I'm not going to let you get away with that. I'm not saying there's no truth to what you're saying, but where you going, where you're heading with this rhetoric, where you going, it's absolutely, I'm not even going to say mind-blowing, but it's bullshit. Because so many white people, we done taught Japanese people how to fry chicken. Our culture's all over this motherfucker. It's soul food places all over it's soul food Asian spots in New York City. It's quite a few. We got soul food Jamaican spots all over in Long Island and all that. Why they got our macaroni and cheese and collard greens and they shit? And their macaroni and cheese is horrible. Why they selling fried chicken? They ain't they fucking dish. It's that Aki shit. It's the goddamn they got some good jerk chicken oxtails. We make good oxtails too. It's just not jerk. It's smothered. It still tastes good. What the fuck you talking about? We have a variety of dishes. They don't have a long list like we do. What are you talking about, family? You know what? I'm not even entertaining. Nope. I'm not entertaining that shit. Not one bit. Get the fuck up out of here. I ain't got time. Because I already see where this is going. One thing that he did say that I will agree with, we do need to take on some what some of the immigrants are doing. And here's what it is. They are sticking on code. They have an agenda to help themselves.
No.
They have a different mindset than us.
No, they don't.
Because we are.
No. In order to make that assessment, bro, you got to do some good research. That's false. They come over here with the third world degenerate mindset, my guy. That's why they come over here and don't do great largely. Okay, when they come over as refugees, asylees, evacuees, collectively they don't do well in America. They never assimilate. They turn back to crime. You know, they lazy. 80% Somalians are on welfare. They're no. The fleeing class, they don't do better in America. Like I said, I broke down the difference between the fleeing class and the hyper-selected class. The fleeing class do not do better. We don't need to adopt nothing from the fleeing class. The hyper-selected class, we can adopt something from them, and that's just become highly educated. That's all. Like they're just the only difference they got over us is that they're highly educated, mainly because they got educated way back in Nigeria, China, and India, where the education don't really cost that much, and they're teaching themselves. You feel me? So when you can teach yourself and you can charge yourself, is when the more educated you are, you benefit your own people, your country. Yeah, it's going to be obvious incentives to be great, to be educated. So that's all. So what we can do is compete with the hyper-selected class, not the tethered class, the hyper-selected class for those jobs. Because those jobs, man, if you don't know, you don't know. But those jobs are like 400,000, 600,000 a year. Big. So we don't really know that. But yeah, when they come over here as hyper-selected individuals, them dudes making $500,000 annually. And I think you can Google some stuff. A lot of these folks are starting off at like 280,000, 320,000, starting off like that.